Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. The video I prepared this time is a crossbow rogue build that doesn't need to use Harlequin Crest. I've named this build the IP Bomb. In this build, we will freeze the enemies and bomb them with poison. I think it can be useful in the 100 Nightmare dungeon and Abattoir of ZIR dungeon. Like my other tutorials, this is for the players with experience in the game. As always, if you would like me to do more beginner-friendly in-depth explanation, please let me know in the comment section below. And as usual, there's a link to this and previous build planners in the description box, so you can have a closer look. Now, shall we take a look? Chapter 1, Skill Tree. This skill tree includes reno points, so if you don't have enough points, check your reward progress. First, basic skill. Puncture, enhanced puncture, fundamental puncture, I used 1 point for each. Second, core skill. Master penetrating shot, I used my points to get advanced penetrating shot and 1 point on rapid fire to get advanced rapid fire. Use penetrating shot groups of adds and use rapid fire for individual add, elite, or boss. In the passive section, master sturdy. Third, agility skill. In this build, I didn't use Harlequin Crest. Instead, I used 1 point on dash and master weapon mastery. Fourth, subterfuge skills. I used 1 point each for Dark Shroud, subverting Dark Shroud, as well as master exploit and malice for more damage. Because I use Umbra's aspect, we receive damage reduction and increased movement speed all the time. Fifth, imbuement skill. Master poison imbuement and blended poison imbuement. I used 3 points on deadly venom, 2 points on alchemist advantage, and 3 points on breached finesse. Sixth, ultimate skill. In this build, I don't use ultimate skill because I set the lucky hit chance really high. In the passive section, I got master innovation, alchemist fortune, and second wind. This helps you get faster energy regeneration. Lucky hit chance gives a HP draining ability when in combination with Doombringer. I used 1 point on adrenaline rush and master haste. Seventh, key passive. In this build, we're gonna use close quarters combat. We get faster attack speed and more damage to crowd controlled enemies when using close quarters combat. For the last specialization, because I use a combination of T-Bolt Wheel and Condemnation, I use combo points here. According to my item setting, I have 22 available combo points, so I can deal quite massive damage. Chapter 2, Item Setting. Power of the Nameless on helm, Might on chest armor, Firstborn on glove, T-Bolt Wheel on pant, Shared Misery on butch, Trick Shot and Bursting Venom on rings, Disobedience on amulet, Corruption on crossbow, Condemnation and Doombringer on sword. Option priority is like this. As you can see, as in the calling build, I selected 3 different resistances and movement speed. I set this movement speed to increase the attack speed in combination with Ravenous. Since I use a lot of unique items, it's hard to set 70% for all resistance options, so I choose 3 different resistances. I put Ruby on armors, Amethyst on weapons, and other jewels on accessories for 70% of resistance. Again, all this information is available in the link in the description box. Chapter 3, Paragon Board. My Paragon board is based off of 15 levels of rare glyphs. I used Devious on the first board, Control on Eldritch Bounty on the second, Efficacy on No Witness on the third, Turf on Tricks of the Trade on the fourth, Bane on Cunning Stratagem on the fifth, Versatility on Radion's Instinct on the sixth, and finally, Ranger on Chip Shot on 7th board. Chapter 4, Vampiric Powers. Undying for the ability, Ravenous for attack speed combined with Hectic, which gives you more use out of your poison imbuement. Because I'm using T-Bolt Wheel, I also use Metamorphosis and Flowing Veins to deal more poison damage. Chapter 5, How to play this build right. This build is really easy to play. Make sure you have full combo points. As I previously said, use poison imbuement and penetrating shot on groups of adds. Because of the effect from Frostburn, add will be frozen, and in combination with shared misery, it will spread to surrounding adds. This way, you don't need to tank. At the same time, bursting venom will create a bunch of poison punch. Get into a point and keep using poison imbuement, puncture, penetrating shot on the group. Again, use rapid fire to kill off stray ads. Use your skills like this. First, use puncture to make full combo point, then evade to curse, followed by poison imbuement and rapid fire. This way, you can eliminate the boss really fast. Once again, the link to this build planner is available in the description box. And as always, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more gaming content like this. Thanks for watching!